telling you, man. Bass Mark used to wear Secret. And that's how I started to wear Avon. Oh, what? Alright, so you know now. I wear women's Avon deodorant. You know why? Shit works, man. I don't know, man. My man Bass Mark, he always wore Secret, you know what I mean? Secret women's deodorant when we were in college, man. He always smelled real good, man. That Bass Mark, I seen he had secrets. Oh, your girlfriend. Wait a minute, you broke up with your girlfriend like 2 months ago. You still got that secret in the bathroom. And it's like it's brand new. And I was like, what are you holding out, bro? Oh, I gotta tell you something, man. It's not like you think. Secret works, man. The other stuff will give you cancer. I was like, cancer? And I started wearing, like, you know, dressing up in high heels and wearing pearls and stuff. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. That's all a joke, man. But this is going to be the wokest episode you'll ever see from the old Guitkits, because I ain't really like that, man. I'm traditional, man. I ain't like that, man. I ain't like that woke shit, man. Just kidding. You know what I mean? So relax if you're one of my woke friends. You know, I really don't have enough time to care about things one way or another, but it is a very woke episode, so peace be with you, my woke community friends. So, I'll tell you how it happened, man. It didn't start off the Guitkits trying to like make a woke episode. It started off this way. Early morning swap meet. Guitkit walks in. Enter Guitkit. I'm sauntering like this. Sauntering down the aisles, man. Sauntering. People like, hey, man, you got hemorrhoids? Like, yeah, I got real bad hemorrhoids. That's not happening, man. But I'll tell you something. It had been like 2 or 3 months since I saw like a presentable instrument. And I mean, the reason I slowed down, guys, is I just haven't found anything I really like. And I was getting real picky these days, yeah. I come to flea market every single day, man. It's been like 3-4 months, man. I was like, oh, I don't need this shit. I don't need that one. And I saw this lady. She had 2 guitars on her little table, and they're both like beautiful looking instruments. Not, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but beautiful instruments. I looked in one of them as a first act, and there's somebody else looking at them too. So I was like, well, this is one of those make or break decisions. You know what I mean? Somebody else is looking at it. $20 guitar with the first act. And it was like a beautiful sort of, you know, first act. But I don't collect first acts. They're a dime a dozen. They're real cheap. That's why I don't do it. In 30 years from now, 20 years from now, when I'm an old Guitkit, and everybody wants first acts because all the people who rule the world started on the first act, just like, you know, people who rule the world started on Squire now. You know what I'm saying? There might be a change. Like, oh, I should have snapped up all those first acts. For now, first act. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I looked at the next one of a Luna. And it was this instrument right here. It's beautiful. It's a Parlor guitar. It's Muse Parlor B. B stands for Bubinga wood. I thought it was like photo flame at first when I got it home, but I read on the internet it's actually Bubinga wood. I was like, wow. Bubinga wood. Anyway, it's got these like moon inlays on it, man. It's a beautiful instrument. And a lot of abalone everywhere, man. It's like $30 on it. I was like, $30, man. How about 20? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it's missing a little door for the battery, and that's always a pain in the ass. I've already been down that road. You know what I mean? Recently, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't find the battery door. It took a lot of time. Blah, 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 blah. And she's like, 25. I was like, when I seen the other lady like at the table, I was like, 25 for her. You know, let's make the deal. I didn't know much about Luna. I think I heard of them. Might have seen them in like some magazines. But I didn't know what they were. I didn't know what they're about, man. I didn't know anything about it, man. So I was looking for the value of this instrument when I got home, because what I do, I'd like to know if I made a good deal or bad. It's about a $300 guitar. When it works, right? Although the electronics works, I test the electronics, I'm missing that door, man. That's kind of hard to find. So it's like a bumming moment for old Guitkit. But I was like, $300 guitar though, man. You know what I mean? It's all right, you know, we're all right. So let me look up this company, Luna. Is it anything special? Where's it made? What's the deal, man? I want to know, man. I need to know. Basically, Luna started off in the early 2000s. Parent company of Dean, right? I think it's Armadillo Music. They said, you know, we should make a line of guitars to focus on all them burly women out there. You know what I'm saying? The women that are kind of burly, but they're like kind of feminine, kind of like Melissa Etheridge, right? Melissa Etheridge, right? A little bit like that, you know, a little rough, sandpapery, but smooth when you get them drunk. You know what I'm saying? So They like went to a woman in London and like a woman in America. The woman in America, I believe, was like a glass blower, some kind of free spirit. Design your guitars, man. And they're known in the industry. Sorry to say this kind of stuff to you, because I know that you guys might be offended by some of this stuff, but I didn't make this up. They're known in the industry as either Deans for Dames, that's the clean one, or Deans for Dykes, or Deans for Queens. That's what people call them. You know, they're basically made by Dean. Serial number is the same Dean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, same structure and everything, man. It's a Dean instrument, but it's really focused at, like, you know what I'm saying? Feminine, slightly feminine people. Let's put it that way. Slightly feminine. 4 or 5 drink feminine. You know what I'm saying? Or like, anyway, man. Later on in the episode, I'll show you like a slideshow of different promotional photographs from this era of Luna's incarnation. You can decide for yourself who Armadillo Muse is trying to aim these at. So the company they started making guitars, it was like 2005. It didn't make very many of them, just a couple of them. And it took like a good, like maybe 10 years almost till 2014 when they got like real sort of like established. In 2015, they came out with their first catalog. 2016, it was like real big. And they sort of fizzled out again a little bit. But 2014 was their big, when they got real big. This instrument is actually from 2008. So it's an early one, man. It's an early one. And it's got some, you know what I mean, specialty about it, man. I saw it, man. And it's got like some matte, you know what I mean, metal tuners, and it has like a total matte finish, and it's just, you know what I mean, some scuffs on it, but it's really a beautiful guitar, man. It really is a nice instrument. And I was, you know what I mean, I didn't care if it was like a Dean for a Dyke or a Dean for a Queen. You know what I'm saying? This is a, you know what I mean, a nice instrument. You know, and I didn't even know, you know, what I was getting myself into just by admiring the beauty of a guitar. Probably made in either China or Korea. The early ones were made in Korea. Later ones were made in China. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know, you know what I'm saying, where this was made, because it has no sticker on it. Very little information online about any of these instruments. You know what I'm saying? But they are like beautiful instruments. From what people say on the internet, it says they have their eye on quality and aesthetics, you know, construction, but not on sound, man. You know what I'm saying? They're built to the hilt, but they don't really, you know what I mean, stand up in the studio. That's basically what people say, man. Well, people, man, I'm old Guitkits, so we're going to judge it together, man. Because when we're talking about woke things, we got to be, you know what I mean, we got to have more than one opinion on the matter, you know what I mean? Point, counterpoint. So we're going to put this on the slab. We're going to look at it together. We're going to get it restored, find out battery door, put somebody that's missing some, stuck in there. No, it's just straight up missing a couple of these. We got a lot of them. We got a lot of these old, you know what I'm saying, buttons here. Remember when I restored that 1800 guitar recently? I bought 1 million of these little, you know what I mean, bridge pins, man. And I think I got a set that's exact as this. So I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm excited about this because it seems to be like a really nice instrument. A solid instrument. It doesn't seem to be one of the ones that's crap. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we didn't get a dog. You know what I'm saying? Or we could say bitch. And when I say Deans for Dykes or Deans for Queens, I'm talking about, you know, royalty in Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about anything other than that, man. Because that's what I assumed the people on the internet meant when I read those comments, right? So I'm going to flip you around. We're going to look at it more closely. We're prepared. I'll show you those promo pictures. You're going to love them. And then we'll fade out together. So I'm going to flip you around right now. One. Well, it just might be a lunatic you're looking for. Some kind of messed up stuff going on. On his rim. Especially here, it's like sort of like come loose almost, man. This Bubinga wood, man. It's got all these cool little details, man. It makes me wish that it's like a good guitar, you know what I'm saying? It's so like, it's so, you know what I mean, small, and, you know what I'm saying? It's so small and helpless. We have one of these doors that's missing here, which is always fun. You can either make a door and stick the battery in there somehow, or get a whole new thing. We'll have to think what we're going to do out carefully. Don't want to get too overcautious, Noriega. You know how you get all that GERD and that thrown up in your mouth and shit when you get all stressed out. Don't have no attendance here on the weekends. Those mooninglays, man. This is the crack, man. That's a crevice. This is a hole. That's a high. It'll be about $50, man. Right? And then it goes, you know what I mean, reverse waning. Waxing, whatever the fuck, man. I'm no astronomer, man. Astronomer don't mind, man. This is an old Fender style, man. That's actually pretty nice. That's actually pretty nice for the people there. It's like a muted nickel. Hey, I'll give you a nickel like I gave your sister. So let's go stroll into the Moseon Laboratory, right? Moseon Laboratory, here we come, right? We're going to take a good look at this together, right? Welcome back to the laboratory. October, man. It's all back getting spooked out, man. Are you spooked out yet, man? Not me, man. I scared pretty roughly. So, looks like this thing has no play wear at all. I see nothing. 3 strings I just took off, 4 strings, whatever it was, right? They all look like factory strings, to be honest with you. They're all like, you know what I'm saying? Magenta, mauve, all kinds of weird colors that you wouldn't expect on regular strings. And the little diamond came out of it, man. Hey, man, you might look a little rough on the outside, girl. But hey, you're all right, huh? Looks like this damage was inflicted like on purpose, I want to look like I've been abused, you know what I'm saying? She's really from Rumson. Look at this, man. Looks like it's a scrape. This is the worst of the lot, you know what I mean? Then we have some minor separation back here. I want to pump some glue in there a little later. And it's really jagged, so I had to sand that down a little bit, man. It's really has a thick matte poly finish on it, man. So it's a cool sort of dichotomy, if I will. If I shall. Can I? Now, the biggest deal, or I should say deal with this whole deal right here is this, man. Fucking thing, man. Missing. And these are real hard to source. You would think that you could just, get one easily. No. I have a couple actual units. I could just swap this guy out. However, I want to see if I can, you know what I'm saying, finagle a deal. Now, I ordered 2 off the intro net. We're going to see if we can make it work. Oh! That's for being so liberal, Bruce, man. Get knocked out right there at the fucking woke episode, man. I'm saying, baby, we were born to run. Alright, so both parts arrived. That might be of help to us. Right now, most 9-volt drawers are configured like this, with the little hook on the short side, right? This is from our Takumi from last month, but I've had to go through that route before. Now, the only 2 I could find, they look slightly different on the listing picture on AliExpress. This is like an active base battery thing, man. It kind of looks like it, right? It's in the right place. And I saw another active base. I think it says this, I think the label says the same thing, right? Active base, right? And this one also says that. I understand this. Acoustic bass pickup. So they have slightly different things, but I unwrapped it and I looked at it. It's the exact same part. Now, I already, you know what I mean, sort of taped it back up, but I mean, I'm not going to waste your time. It's the exact same part. Now, the deal here, the part here that comes with it, looks to be like perfect. It might have been perfect. You know what I'm saying? And we put it in there. Come on. Bruce is still... Oh, look at that, man. This woke guitar hit Bruce again. That ain't cool, man. I've been supporting all the women's for many years. Right? Right. He's been woke before he woke up. And we go down here, and it stops, man. What? It stops. It's kind of upsetting. And I see that there are these little grooves. You see these little grooves there at the bottom? See those? It's on that side. See those two little grooves there? I either got to carve them into here or just get the Dremel out and get rid of them. I think I'm just going to get the Dremel out and try to get rid of them, right? Or we can try carve them into here. Either way, man, we could probably get this done. So let's see if we can carve them out first without messing up that battery unit. Careful, Bruce. Careful, Bruce Springsteen Band. 1971. Right? You'll get knocked out on Woke Month by Woke Electric. Right? Because he's probably secretly going down to Darlington City. Right? You know what I'm saying? Handcuffed to the bumper, state troopers forward. And there it is, man. Feeling like a charm. I couldn't fit the Dremel in there. So I used this little piece from a carving kit. Here's one of the little things, man. This is the old carving kit. Very sharp, man. Just peel those little things in there. The Dremel didn't fit in there. I did use the Dremel to sort of roughly go around the sides, sort of get it to shape, right? And then I use these two guys right here just to sort of, round it and get it nice and sound. It's in there. It's got the battery in there. Fucking works, man. Right? And so as long as that battery's okay and we don't have to take it out of there, I'm not taking that battery out. Good. So we're working on that level. We're able to upcycle. This thing is, we got to put some glue in here and we can put a clamp on there because the back has actually come a little bit loose. You can see here, the back's actually has to be pushed in, man, and glued in there. So I'll see when it's all clamped, right? 2, 3. So both sides are kind of fucked up. So we put a little bit of glue on both sides, right? Use a suction cup and got it in there nice and good, wiped it off. And we got to sort of press down. I mean, it's not really too big of a deal, really. But it's, you know what I mean, a little bit of structural shit that has to be done. Just a little tiny bit. I'll see you tomorrow when this is all dried out. Right? Halloween, woke time. It's all too much for somebody to handle, right? World's going to hell real quick there, William. Alright, so it's the next day. And we're going to take off the clamps. You know what we're going to do? You see this here, man? See how that's been like brutalized, man? See how that's been scraped up? I think intentionally, really. Look at me, Ma. Look at me. Especially on the other side of this, man, there's a terrible chunk taken out of the fretboard. Let's take this off, man, and then let's just take a sanding block just to the parts on the body that are fucked up. You know what I mean? Get them all smoothed out. Not too much. We don't want to take it down to too much of that poly off there. We just don't want it so fucking jagged. You know what I mean? It's rough enough. It's not rich enough, right? So let's get it all smooth enough, right? Let's see if that burnt it. Alright, so we've smoothed it off, man. We smoothed it off, front and back. Now it's not jagged. You don't hear any like skin ripping. So the front, there's one side here that was really bad, and this was like all chunked out, man. You know what I'm saying? And it sort of got real white looking. I mean, if I took the light off of it, you can see that it's not white looking anymore that much. We basically just took it like a little rag and we took furniture marker, right? And we just dabbed a lot of the furniture marker on it. We just sort of wiped it, man. And it didn't, it doesn't look as white anymore. So we sort of accomplished what the original person in their faux damage was trying to accomplish. Right? Mission accomplished, America, right? That's for you, Melissa. And all you other gals in your flannel shirts, your work boots. Now look at this. This is just too much, man. It might not look too excessive on camera. Let's take the flash off. A little bit more dramatic, maybe, with the flash off. See that, man? That's a big old chunk been taken away. But the chunk isn't big enough to like actually put some real wood in there to fix it because it's a lot of like shit like bent down and shit. So we're gonna have to take this guy up, bring him outside, and bondo him out. In bondage ye shall be. in front of me and Boo C.F., right? We're gonna laugh and touch our PP. What? This filthy-minded man. Let's get this guy out into the Bondo action. Huh? You say bondage? No, I said Bondo. Alright, so we're outside. We got a nice hot Indian summer day. The hardener, we got the Bondo ready to rock and roll. We got a little towel. We're gonna put it out on this little, cardboard action. A very tiny little piece. Got some sticks to stick it around with. We're gonna stick it up in here, man. Right, that's it. Easy as peasy as pie, right? So see in the afterglow. Some people say aftermath. I'm not big on mathematics myself. There you go, man. It's like you cured immediately. Immediate cure once those ultraviolet rays hit it. It's just so hot out today. A little bit of a mess, man. Right? Just got super hard real quick, man. It's like pardon the harden, right? It's great. So we're gonna leave it outside here for another 10-15 minutes. Then bring it into the cool basement. Let it cool out for another 2-3 hours, 4 hours, maybe even tomorrow morning, right? We'll see each other then when it's nice. Hardened. Alright, so we actually left it outside all day. After another couple minutes in the sun, we brought it into the shade and just let it set there. Beautiful day. We brought it down here in the basement, didn't smell anymore. And we've had it set for 2 days actually now. Just kept having other things to do. Can't fuck with guitars all the time, although I'd love to. So let's get this guy down to grade. I'm going to pull off the tape a little bit and loosen this, but not fuck up, you know what I mean, the Bondo, that's sort of the bridge, right? Let's try to do it without having to redo it, you know what I'm saying? It looks like we got coverage. We just got to sand it out right. Maybe a little dent here, but we'll see. Alright, so it looks great. We use a file to file it back before we took the tape off, and then we use some sandpaper and some steel wool and get it back down to grade. Now it looks good from here. Little crevasse there. The tape took off a little chunk there, man. It just had a little weird piece of tape like on that side there, and it just sort of, there was like a crack. So as opposed to mixing up, you know what I mean, a micro dose of Bondo, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna actually try to drop fill that with a little bit of crazy glue. And then on top of the crazy, I'll sprinkle some dust on it, man. Some powder, man. Some baking soda, man. Hey, man, don't cut it, man. It's pure. So we're gonna just see if we can get that. You know, the thing between Bondo and that concoction is this doesn't sand as smooth. But I mean, this is really in that corner there, right by the fret. You know, we're not really touching that much. We just want it to be, you know what I mean, cosmetically not there. When we notice this, we move our hand around the fret in this area. We kind of notice it. I mean, not greatly like we did before, but I want the people to be fooled. Well, fooled by it just like Cheney. Just like Cheney and Rumsfeld. Rumsfeldio. Peace be with you. Alright, so you can see that there's now material right in that little crevice. It's flat. Very careful work because I saw the little crevice in here, man. It's right on that fret. It's a mess, man. We don't want to mess with it too much. So what we're going to do, I got a brown furniture marker that I pulled out. And I told, oh, this looks pretty close. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try my best with one of these guys to cover up the rosewood. You know what I mean? And then I got a couple different shades of yellow and beige. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to mock this up a little bit. I mean, it's very close, but I mean, trying to make it unseenable. It's unseeably hot today, folks, right? Let's see if we can dope that out, you dopey bastard. Look at that. Where is it? If you don't know, I ain't looking. Right? Perfect all around, man. Looking great. If we use like a family-sized fine-tip brush, like the big one of the little ones, right? Mixed up those colors right on a piece of wax paper, and then we applied it with caution. Somewhere along there, somewhere. If Horn don't know, Horn, you gotta find out. You hear me? And it feels totally like the whole thing's like just a there's no, you know what I mean, distinction to the blind man. So we really have nothing else to do. I mean, technically, We're not going to put any wax on it because of this fine matte finish. But it is a little dirty, man. It's all fucking messy, man. It's still got a little bit of angst on it. Other than scrapes and scratches. Right? So what we're going to do now, my friends, we're going to just take a t-shirt, an old t-shirt, and we're going to spray with a little bit of water. We're just going to wipe it down, water. And at that point, I'll see you then. And we'll celebrate our celebration together on the 14th of April, 2047. All right. Well, clean as a whistle, mama. Let me get into bed with you. Snuggle up, don't be a stranger. I'm feeling something swollen down there. Oh no. Something came out of it, mama. Look. We're ready, man. We are so ready to rock and roll. Here are the 4 measly little rosewood abalone pins. There, some of them, one of them damaged beyond use. There, this one right here. Look at that one. Blew open my whole buck tooth, right? Luckily, for the first guitar we bought this year, I got a set of rosewood bridge pins, but they were abalone, just like these, man. Just like abalone, man. And the guitar that I was working on, that first guitar this year, from 1891, whenever it was. I didn't think it needed abalone, man. I thought it was just... So we have ones that are like exact, man. You know what I'm saying? They're nice, they're new. The very butch. Huh? I think you'll like them for your girl party. I mean, femme party. Right? They have the right look, man. She's got the look. She's got the look. Right? Some shit like that. She's got the look. So let's talk about strings, man. That's all we got to talk about left, man. What? Yes, you get the rainbows, man, because this is woke month. This is just fits. This is just made for this fucking guitar, man. Made for this guitar. Rainbow strings. I got like 10 of these right before the pandemic for like, I believe it was like $7, something like that. And I was able to use most of them up last year during the Harmony 929 like extravaganza. I just like, I'm going to put these on as a benchmark to see, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. And one pack left. And that's all for you, Thaler, right? So let's get it all strung up, man. I see it, the glamour shots, right? And there it is, folks. So 2008, that's the first year of the Must Par B, right? Now, before we get into this glam shots, maybe I was a little too harsh on who this guitar was intended for, right? So I figured right before we do this glam shots, I'm going to pull up some promotional material from around the time this instrument was issued, made by the Luna Guitar Company itself. You know what I mean? So we're both on the same page as to whom these instruments were designed for and whom they were marketed toward by Luna themselves. You ready? Right? Alright, so right before we get all glamorous with you, this is the no spin zone, man. I just want you to see the promotional material that Luna put out themselves. The people they photographed that they believe represented their instruments better than anybody else, right? Right? Some of them, you'll see what I'm saying, right? Take a look at this lady, right? She got her work boots on, right? Ready to rock and roll. Hey, you ain't seen nothing yet. Look at this lady. Right? You got any crystal? Oh boy. Oh boy. No comment. Huh? It takes a village, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's when I learned about astral projection, man. Peyote buttons. Ooh. Ooh. Just a special moment for everybody here. Oh, boy. Isn't that the girl that fucking from Backbeat? The Beatles, man? That all the Beatles banged? Eh? Or Astrid Kirstrel? Stu Sutcliffe? All I want is my mochaccino. Right? We're living partners. This is a pronoun of they, right? Definitely I'd be using they with this motherfucker, right? They want anything to drink? Is that a fucking mermaid up there? Okay. There was a mermaid. All right. Yes. Oh, yeah, now you're talking. Hey, man. What? That's my sister, bro. She got a little nose ring thing, though. It was a face ring. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're all drooling and shit, fucking little water coming out of here. Man. Never mind. I'm not even going to get there, man. I'm wearing my sweater. It's very cold out there. Huh? Emmeline and I, we like to sit out here by ourselves. We don't take dick from men. Right? Wait a minute, this is the fucking guy from that 70s show? He fucking like cut up a woman or something? He raped her? With Raj or whatever that guy's name was? The Brokeback action? His name was Tobith. What? This fucking Karen right here. I'm pineapple fucking ukulele. You've seen enough, man. You know where we're going with this whole thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Now for the glamour shots. And there it is, Melissa. You can touch it. You stick your finger in it if you like. Don't smell too good because I ain't showered. So this is the woke month finale, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like, as a member of the human race, intent on recommandeering all the, you know what I mean, all the woke movement stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, we want the rainbow back. You know what I'm saying? Still like the song "The Rainbow Connection" by Kermit the Frog. I remember I said somebody, oh, I like that song. Like, that's a gay anthem, man. I'm like, gay anthem? It's a fucking Muppet song, bro. My daughter was saying that the word zesty, man, is like now, like the gays have taken that, or whoever it is. You know what I mean? Like, really? Zesty? Didn't Kraft make up that word for like Doritos? I remember I used to like this dressing in the 80s called Catalina, and it said zesty on it. What does that mean about me, man? I like Catalina dressing. I haven't had it in 40 years, man. I'll fuck that shit up, though, if you give me a bowl of it, man. So, here we go, man. Chef salad, please. Let's hear this fucking old fucking, I don't want to say old girl. You know what I'm saying? It's non-binary thing, man. It's a guitar, man. It identifies as a guitar. Right? And unlike the guitar from last week, which was a big old electric, you know what I mean, acoustic guitar. It kind of sounded like just an acoustic guitar. This sounds interesting. You know what I mean? It sounds like a little guitar, you know what I'm saying? Like an electric ukulele. I'll see. Peace be with you, too. Look after yourself. And there it is, folks. The Luna Moose Par B. Basically, Parlor guitar. B is for Bubinga. Bubinga, man. I'll give you a little taste of it unplugged, man. I remember on that same note that we were talking about before, you're like in the 90s, I was watching Entertainment Tonight, and the guy who wrote the Flintstones theme song was celebrating his like 300th birthday, whatever, you know what I mean, 90th birthday back then, who knows, you know. He's a very advanced old man. He had like a little piano in his like little studio or corner of his, like, you know what I mean, retirement home. And he was playing a couple of his little tunes. And he was singing the Flintstones thing. This is in the 90s. Flintstones, blah, blah, blah. And then when he got to that song, we'll have a good old time. So the gay old time. And they're like, why'd you change it? He's like, well, you know, I'm not going to be associated with the gays now. So I was thinking, like, that means that this guy thinks that if he sings the original lyric, that automatically makes him a gay. Not like he has earrings in both ears, you know what I'm saying? But that was, you know what I mean? And I remember I used to like Frankie Yankovic and the Yanks back then had a song called Acapulco Poco. And this is from 1947. I found the old, you know what I mean, 78 disc at that time. And I was like, and there's a line there, makes me feel so bright and gay or something like that. And I was like, wow, I don't know if I should sing that, man. I'm making it gay, you know what I mean? Make me zesty, man. I don't know what I'm doing with this pink shirt, man, you know what I'm saying? My wife bought me this shirt, BTW. Anyway, let's plug this guy in and give you a little bit of sonito, man. Sonito sound. You know, our woke extravaganza right in time for Halloween. Say what you will about these rainbow strings, man. Cheap ass rainbow strings off AliExpress. 2019. These went on this thing and they went right in tune. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I've tuned it once. And it has an onboard tuner on it too, man. You don't even need it because it's feeling good, man. So anyway, back to the lecture hand, man, in our woke land moments. I remember a couple of years back, 10 years ago about, I remember there was controversy over some of the Simpsons, like character actors, so they were all white, you know what I mean? People like, oh, they should have people of color, Indians, and, you know what I mean, African Americans voicing all these characters. Like, hey, wait, Simpsons, really? This was acted, you know what I mean? It's a cartoon, you know what I'm saying? Poor Mel Blanc, you know what I'm saying? Speedy Gonzalez. And I remember I knew this guy, Spanish guy's name was Speedy Figueroa Gonzalez, named particularly after that character. They love that character, the Spanish people, man. But I digress. And this sort of was like one of those things that, like, oh, maybe this person should have been doing that, maybe this. And eventually, the guy who did all, like, you know, Hank Azaria, I believe his name is, who now goes on the road with a Bruce Springsteen cover band. So he went from impersonating minorities to impersonating Bruce Springsteen. What's the difference? You're not Bruce Springsteen. I'm saying you're not a black guy. You're not an Indian Apu. You know what I'm saying? You're not Bruce Springsteen. You know what I'm saying? So what gives you the right to go around telling people you're Bruce Springsteen, singing like him and shit? Right, because you're acting, right? It's a game. But I got all boiled up about that. And I was like, hey, why, you know what I mean? Your blood pressure, bro. Just kind of, who cares, you know? This is not your battle, you know what I'm saying? You're a historian, a man of, you know what I mean, science and history. Shortly after that, I heard there was this play on Broadway called Hamilton. And Johnny Blade, John Hamilton, man, he's a dear friend of mine. I was like, yeah, what's this all about? Well, Alexander Hamilton, oh, I'm a history buff, you know what I mean? My wife and I, when we first began courting, we used to walk up and down Boulevard East, up in the Weehawken, West New York area, right where Alexander Hamilton got it, you know what I mean? Right where he got fucking. And I remember there's a big bust of Hamilton over there, by the tennis court, and we used to just sit there and watch the Hudson River, man, back in there. Anyway, so Hamilton was special to me because of those moments. And I heard about this play, and it was all done by, like, minorities, and there was a rapping, and I was like, my brother, I remember he grew up on this play. It was called 1776. He used to watch the VHS of that all over and over again. I wasn't big on it, but it was the same idea. It was like, but they were all dressed up. It was the guy from Knight Rider did the car and Kit. He was one of I think John Adams in it, you know what I mean? And they had all these little musicals, but it was a musical, you know what I'm saying? This Hamilton was it was a Broadway play, but it was like, it was like what I call like a specialty. You know what I'm saying? Like Bruce Springsteen on Broadway. It wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, a Billy Joel moving out. It wasn't like show tunes and shit. It was like, you know what I mean? It was like a novelty, really. Rap and stuff, you know. I love rap, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I know all about it from the beginning, man. Cool G rap on the road to the riches. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I just was like, what's the dichotomy here? The Simpsons, they can't do these characters because they're white. But these characters, you know what I mean? There's a Puerto Rican Hamilton, black George Washington, a really black Thomas Jefferson, they're super dark, you know what I mean, Aaron Burr. You know what I'm saying? Is that because he has a super darkest story? You know what I'm saying? I was wondering, like, what is all this about, man? And I never really paid attention to it. My youngest daughter became a huge, huge fan of it, watching it on Disney. Went to see it with her 8th grade class. You know what I mean? And it was written by the guy who plays Hamilton in there. And he's the one who did all the music for Moana. And the Spanish one also. I think he's Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico, Lin-Manuel Miranda or something like that. He did Encanto too for Disney, so he's big Disney down. But I never really got into it until we went to the movie theater and saw it like in September. Man, I got really into it. And not just all the rap songs, but I mean the only song I think is like a true song that's like a show tune is the one that the guy who plays Kristoff, that guy from Glee. Right, the guy from Glee. I don't watch Glee, but Jonathan Groff is his name. And he plays King George, man. And that was like... That's the best one in a whole lot, man. So I'm going to put it in tune with the real tuner. Because that tuner looks like it's blinking now. It's low battery because I'm talking too much. Looks like it is in tune. Look at that, man. See that? I was like thinking it was malevolent. You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry and you'll tear what you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you ran away. Now you're making me mad. Despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back soon, you see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Empire ride, empire's fall. We have seen each other do it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da- Hey, man, this is as woke as you'll get me, man. I could be the whole thing. You say you're alone and you can't go on. Listen to me, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Halloween. Peace be with you. Merry Christmas. And be as tolerant as you can until you just can't take it any fucking more.